Top stories for today is that David Cage games treat women badly. That would be Detroit Become Human, as well as a demo being playable of Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee at Nintendo's booth for the E3 show week. And also we have a phone might completely revolutionize and change the way we play smartphone games. All this on today's episode of News You Missed. So I want to jump into the stories. Cerebi has an update where they discuss that there is going to be a playable Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee kind of demo that they're going to have on the show floor of E3. Once again, Nintendo hasn't really had a massive presence at E3 these last few times, and they've always done their own thing. Which, hey, you know, you do whatever you want, man. You're a massive company. I mean, they make a lot of money, so whatever they're doing is working pretty good a lot of the time. So what's going to end up happening is that they're actually going to be having it on the showroom floor. So that's interesting. That's unique. I think they really are trying to push this because they know that Pokemon, the main series, is really straggling right now. Pokemon Go is the only thing that's really been trending. It's been eclipsing everything. The anime, it's been eclipsing the manga, it's been eclipsing movies, and it's even eclipsed the main game series, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. Nonetheless, you're going to be able to play it, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So what would it look like if you did explore New Donk City during the festival? You know, when you beat New Donk City, for those who have not played Super Mario Odyssey, when you beat New Donk City as a playable location, Super Mario Odyssey, you get a big celebration and an ode to the old Mario. So that's pretty cool, right? When you're playing through it, you get to play through this very specific section. But what if you go to the city during that time? Well, this video aims to show that. This is hosted by Beard Bear, and you can go ahead and check out their YouTube channel, link them in the description below. But basically, this is the video you're seeing. The way this is accomplished is it uses a mod to allow Mario to jump super high, and it allowed him to get to the location that would normally be unavailable to reach at the time. And basically what's ended up happening is that they use the city as the backdrop location for the main portion you're supposed to be going through. So I think that's pretty cool. They don't teleport you to a completely different area. The city's kind of dead other than the celebratory event locations. Nonetheless, there you go. So the ASUS ROG phone has a 90 Hz screen, vapor cooling, and a plethora of gaming accessories. I haven't really looked too much into this because we've seen stuff like this before, but basically what it has going on is it has something where you can put a phone into a controller holster and you could end up streaming it very similarly to what the Nintendo Switch had going on, or possibly the Wii U as well. There's a lot of specs for this, and it's pretty unique. You can obviously play the phone without any gaming accessories, there's no questioning that. You could play it with a possible stand to where you're going to be using touchscreen more than actually holding it. There's kind of a dual screen controller added function, which would really appeal to a lot of people who like to emulate the DS or 3DS, because then you have dual screens. And also there is a dock station where you can dock the phone in and actually use it as kind of a tabletop computer-centric system where you can plug in actual real peripherals with it. I gotta tell you, the turn of the century in the 2000s has really brought us some really nice things, but in 2010, when they started to universalize connections, we've been able to get amazing new stuff like this to actually transform cell phones into computers. Eventually, you might not even have a computer, might just have a cell phone that you end up docking somewhere and using as a computer. Do I think everyone's going to give up their computers? No. But will 99% of the world be using something like that? Yeah, maybe that might happen eventually. We'll have to see. We still got plenty of years to go with a lot of technology coming out. So NBA 2K19's cover star is LeBron James for the second time, which is pretty unique and amazing. I gotta tell you, LeBron James is a very good basketball player. If you don't know him by now, you know, whatever, you don't watch basketball maybe. But I actually got to see the guy before he was professional when I was in high school. Pretty crazy, small world, right? He was around the area that I was able to actually reach and see him before he was playing professionally. It's pretty crazy to see him being able to rise to the top like this and be on the cover of a game 2 times. Man, to be on the cover of a video game, Crazy, right? The Xbox One X is getting its first discount during E3. So there's going to be multiple discounts to the Xbox systems. This is going to be the arbitrary $50 discount. Hey, $50 is $50 though, but you know, if you shop around, you could probably find one a little bit cheaper. I found them for around $400 on eBay right now. You can find one probably newish bundled with stuff for $450 to $500. So if you buy it straight up from a store, it'll be $450, which means it'll lower those prices as well. But there's also going to be other deals going on, like a 500 gigabyte Xbox One S for $199, as well as the 1 terabyte Xbox One S bundles for $249. There's $10 off controllers. There's 1 month Xbox Live Gold Games Pass for $1, as well as 75% off select game titles. So there you go. Microsoft is one of the companies that seems to be supporting all of their older game consoles to a point. They don't support the original Xbox, but they do allow for backwards compatibility emulation, so maybe they do. Well, there you go. 360, original Xbox, Xbox One. Get you one. Also, speaking of the original Xbox, we have the most powerful original Xbox. It's called the FriendTech DreamX. This is a very interesting kind of Xbox. This individual is named Modern Vintage Gamer, and he has one of these. Basically, what he has done is he's improved the RAM in this, as well as replaced the CPU with what the original CPU would be, but doubled. So this is difficult to do in video games, which required him to have a switch from regular mode, which would be the original stock frequencies of the CPU, to turbo mode, which would be double the frequencies. Now, when you double the frequencies, sometimes it doesn't allow games to work. This is how finicky game consoles used to be, and likely still are. If you have a CPU that is slightly off in frequency, the game might not work. This system was not made specifically to play original Xbox games and a more better quality, faster, smoother. It was actually made for emulation, homebrew, stuff like that, which is really, really cool also. But at the same time, it does work on many original Xbox games, allowing them to run very, very smoothly. So if you used to play an original Xbox game and it was really, really chunky and wouldn't work right, this is something that you could end up getting, and it might smooth out the game itself, which is really, really important to me. So if you'd like to see more of this, check out his video. It's pretty cool. So David Cage Games keep treating women like crap. Well, I have been very critical of this individual writer over here on Kotaku, and I think they do have a chip on their shoulder because they're always writing articles about sexism, things like that. I'm saying right now that you should assess the game itself and see for yourself. Basically, the long and the short of it is, this is Detroit Become Human. Now, this is a very, very big hitter game, but it's not the next Super Mario Odyssey because I'm not really seeing it everywhere. It seems like a big prominent game release that was massive for a minute and then kind of died down. That's just how I see it. This game starts off with a woman being treated very, very negatively, is what's being asserted here. I have not played the game, so I can't comment on that. But there's also people who are saying that it's not this individual developer who is treating women negatively, but rather that this game has a story about androids and how people treat androids very badly, whether they're female, male, animal, or whatever else. They just treat them like crap because they're soulless abominations to them. And that is the whole point of Detroit Become Human, because you want to become human instead of being very, very evil and treating machines like pieces of trash. So, whether or not this is true, I don't know. It's really up to you, ladies and gentlemen, what you think about this. At the end of the day, can you make stories where women get treated very, very negatively? That's your choice. That's your prerogative as a writer, as a developer. Once again, I always say you need to speak and voice your concerns with the almighty dollar. The less sales a game gets, the more that you are explaining to the people who invest in these developers that they should not invest in these developers, and there you are. So, I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of News You Missed. Leave me a massive thumbs up if you did. If you didn't like this video, you could go ahead and leave me a massive thumbs down and tell me why in the comments down below. And I'm always on the road to 1 million subscribers, so if you could click that subscribe button, help me get that gold plaque. It's a lifelong dream, and I can't wait to accomplish it with you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm going to go ahead and send it over to the end card slate. Maybe you could see a video you would Like to watch there? All right, I'll see you guys next time.